Um, Hello everyone. Hope you're all right. Hmm. Tonight, I'm not sure what to put upon you. Now, months ago, I started another YouTube channel, Loves Birds Politics. No, that was a playlist. I deleted that due to my watch history. And nothing meant more important than that. I was inspired by the wrong thing. Greed got the best of me. I don't want greed. I don't care about money anymore. I don't want to think about being rich. Everyone out there, they just want to get rich over starting businesses and entrepreneurship and crazy things. I don't care about the money. I want to do things because I'm satisfied. I'm afraid of the future. I'm afraid of what will happen to me, what will happen to the world, rather. They'll be living through a futuristic world that I'm not ready for yet. I'm not ready to see old society. I'm a little bit old fashioned, I'll admit that. I've had enough of problems that just can't be solved. I just want some people to figure a few things out, you know? And I'm just sort of not my best state of mind. I look at other people, they don't care about that they're one in a million people out there, and many other factors that I just not sure about. I have love. If I didn't, it wouldn't be easy to talk to you on this channel. I created this channel for different gains than what you saw, than what you might assume. This was not for business. It was more than that. It was to tell you what the world was coming to for me. But now it's not about facts. It's about I want to let myself out of it. The world needs to know a few things about me. I was born with limited milk in Reston, Virginia. Months before W. Bush lost control in Houses of Congress. I spent years living in Oakton, Virginia. The school owned the house we lived in. Mom was dean of faculty for this private school about 20 minutes outside of D.C. We didn't go into to, we didn't go into District of Columbia that much in my early years. Not much traveling. And then she got this bigger job near the suburbs of Philadelphia. I never knew Philly that much, didn't understand what Philly was coming to, never knew about it being a big city, never understood it. Until years passed and I really did understand where I lived for 2 to 3 years. My grandmother came from Philly, North Philadelphia, whereas it came to something that was truly unique. There, there are two girls, Anna and Kate Lyons. If you know them, tell them I miss them. Tell them they meant a lot to me in this life. They were fully in truth. Their parents had a great house, great books in that house. I loved their dogs like them. They had a great. We had a little group going. I'm glad we did. And even if we're just friends and former parents, it meant a lot. Even if we didn't go to the same school, even if it was a lot of factors that could never quite amount, it still meant a lot to know about you. You truly were. As for Liza and Jack Doerhalls, you were also more of the same. It meant a lot. I was a little unusual. I understand now. I criticize a lot of things. So many things about myself. I'm mad at the world sometimes, just don't know what to do with myself. And I grew lost and didn't know what to do. I'm not out yet. I need some guidance. But if you're watching this, and if you want to help me, I'm glad you do. Because this story It doesn't just belong to me, it belongs to everybody who knows me. If they think it's a pleasure to know me, I don't think I'm such a waste of space. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of my heritage. I don't know how I feel about America, though. We're a decent nation, but I don't care about America. I care about the world. I care about every country out there. Even if it is a communist nation, even if there's a lot of problems with it, I think every country deserves a chance. Even if they're not run by political leadership. Even if Animal Farm, which was a book that I wish animals will get along together and they go on Oprah and stuff. It was it was a long, complicated storyline of how the Russian Revolution would go on. But there's more to the world than just the United States. If you hear that, I'm glad you do. You don't have to like other countries, but at least respect them. I'm pro country. I've told you this before, but to be pro country, there are three common factors. First one is respect all countries and their beliefs. The second is to acknowledge all countries and their beliefs. The third one is, I never going to understand the third one. I know the world differently. I hate being on the spectrum sometimes, even hate being left-handed because everyone else is right-handed. It's just difficult, even if Obama was left-handed, it was mean a lot more if Clinton was. And if he was, then I'm proud to know that he was. Because everyone just thinks about his impeachment. Sure, if you get that kind of criticism ship over what you did wrong, then you would definitely know that it's difficult. Because he did more than just be involved with a woman, White House intern. My dad was an intern under him. He worked on Bob Dole's campaign. Everything about my family I love. I'm proud of my grandfather. Out of Detroit, he led journalism leads. And I'm proud of what he did, everything he did. His great college career, he raised my father to my aunt correctly. He calling them Pop was a nickname I'm proud to have. George H.W. Bush would be amused from heaven. Now, I don't want to be lost. If you want to find me, you can help me find myself. Find the real part of myself that was lost for years. I spent years in a difficult part of my life. I criticized myself. I went to the emergency room multiple times just for threatening suicide. And I don't think it's depression. I don't think it's OCD. I don't think it's anything like that. It's just teenage bouts. I'm prepared for college. Not now, but I already have so many picks spread out for me. It's infuriating. And I already have a few places I want to live someday. But I want to live somewhere where it truly does make a difference. I want to put on this channel, I put on my mother's channel decades ago. Decades ago, in our house, nice house, big basement. Parents slept on the ground floor. We slept on the top floor. Virginia was where my heart was, where I was born, where I spent my majority of childhood. We drove a short distance north to the Outer Banks. We drove a long distance to Pennsylvania to camp. And I read the Lorax. I still have that copy of the Lorax to this day. This was before this Hollywood took a chance on this, which I wouldn't admit wasn't totally bad. I just find that Illumination had some successes and some failures. And whereas I found that their Grinch, I could never find a better Grinch that was not Jim Carrey's off-the-chain performance that traumatized me before I even saw the movie. Whereas the short made by whereas Universal's classic short, whereas Benedict Cumberbatch's best performance, one that I've seen in my life, I find that I couldn't do better myself. And I find that I look at where I am now. I don't know about the Keystone State, man. I also know about being here, you know. I live close to New Jersey, but I never go to New Jersey except to go to New York. I've got friends, but They're all adults. In terms of school, I drive an hour to get there. I could walk to a school, see my friends, get involved in clubs. The teaching there is so bad, and if I couldn't get enough good people there, and if I just get bullied, then I'm going to stay where I am. Drive an hour to go to a small private school where I'd succeed, where I'm proud to have done so. Whereas I'm sort of lost in myself. And if I can figure something out, if somehow something changes, and not in a bad way, something good happens. If fortune does favor the bold, if it truly happens, because I was focused on a career path for a long time, I want to get some enjoyment before I start looking at colleges, before I consider my career. And if I learn that, if it's from seeing people that I haven't seen in a long time, and they're busy with some of them busy with senior year, some of them Twinkle my brother, some of them are just busy with their own lives. I somehow find that we need some time to hang out. I don't know what it is, but if it truly changed for the better, if someday I imagine something changed, I was over with them once or twice before they moved out. Okay, give me a minute! Alright. And this would happen for a betterment. I'm proud of who I am. And if you can help me, I'm glad. And this YouTube channel is not about money. It's about me expressing my feelings. So thank you for everything you've done. I will re-upload a little bit more often. And I really just want to see my friends more. They can be busy, but they have other time. If I could sleep over with them, guest rooms even if we could just hang out, that'd be great. So if you're seeing this, thank you for considering this. Merry Christmas to all of you.